2021. Working with your own business, with your ideas for 2021. This is the goal number 2. Now, number 3, we are going to learn what about the 4P of marketing mix. We are going to make a focus, like a step in all this class, talking about the marketing mix and what we need to do and design, and maybe to mix a lot of things when we decide to start making business and to achieve the goals that we have and to develop our economy in the city where we are living. So this is the 3 goals for this class, and I hope that in 40 minutes, more or less, we are arriving at the end of these goals. Okay, let's start with the quote. The quote say that it was said by Jesus, and Jesus said, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find it. Knock and the door will be opened to you." This is written in Matthew 7:7, and you can ask to the internet, and you will watch that it's true. What do we need to start with anything changing in our life? We need to ask, we need to seek, and we need to knock every single door of opportunities or chances that we maybe will have in our lives. So this is the quote, and maybe at the middle or at the end of the class, I will repeat this quote. So welcome. Let's start. I have here a bulb where you can read that it says idea. What about your idea? Maybe you are thinking and you are saying to your family, to your friends, I want to start with my business in Guatemala this year. But we are in October and you don't start your business yet. Why? You have maybe in a problem what you are not you don't make the decision to start with your business. Maybe you have a lot of questions, you have a lot of doubts how to do or how to start with in the correct way your business or your company in Guatemala. But I can say to you that you have maybe 2 months and a half of a 3 month that you can use to start making business, changing your economy, and doing your service with another people. Any people in your city maybe need your help, but what can you do? These questions I am preparing for you in this class. So come with me and let's identify the steps that we need to start with the company. Step number 1. What's the step number 1? We need to identify our business opportunity. In your case, you need to identify your business opportunity. What is an opportunity? We have a lot of opportunities when we are out of the house, for example, and we are walking in the street, or maybe we are riding in a taxi, in a bus, I don't know, in a motorcycle, doesn't matter. We can watch in the streets, we can watch in the neighborhood, for example. If you watch a lot of people waiting for anything, if you watch a lot of people waiting outside any building, you can think maybe this is an opportunity. Number 1. Maybe you can use your eyes and watch slowly, and you can analyze what is the business that we don't have in this city. I don't know, you can think, for example, sale of cars, for example. You can think in designers in your city, for example. I don't know how many enterprises or how many business do you have in your city. But if you identify that in your city still doesn't exist any business who is serving anybody in your city, maybe this is an opportunity. We need to use all the body, in this case, our eyes, our earrings. We need to listen to the people. We need to watch everything around, everything surrounding us. Why? Because when you identify your business opportunity, you can think and develop your ideas that maybe you need to start doing business in Guatemala. Maybe the 90%. So in Guatemala, we are, I don't know how many millions, maybe 17, 18 millions, 20 millions of people. But about these millions of people, maybe the 90%, excuse me, 90% in Guatemala think that the government has the obligation to give us any employment, to give us any work to develop like professionals. And only the 10% in Guatemala, only the 10% of people in Guatemala think that we can start making business. We can become an entrepreneurs and develop our ideas and identify the business opportunity. So if you want, what do you want? You want to be like the 90% of people who thinks that the government has the obligation to give us the money, or you want to give like the 10% of the people who think that we can identify the business opportunity. You have the decision. But here I am making an emphasis about the 10% of the people who think that we can develop, we can form the future. We have the future in our hands. So the step number one, I repeat, and please take note, we need to identify a business opportunity. When you identify this business opportunity, you need to go to the step number two. And in the step number two, we need to be prepared. We need to be prepared. You are studying in this university. I don't know what is your career, but this is good. This is very well for you. Why? Because you are waiting for a better future. You are be preparing, receiving your classes, your laboratories maybe, and making some practices, and you are achieving your goals. Maybe you are in the middle of your career, but this is good for you and for your family and for Guatemala. But if you want to start making business now, you are not finishing your career today. Maybe in 2 years, 3 years, you will finish your career, but you need to start making, starting with your company. And what do you do? What do you can do? For example, you can start making food, but I don't know if you know something about chef basics, for example. You can start with technology enterprise, but are you prepared? Were you to the Intercap, for example, and take any course? Did you pay anything, any in quetzales? How many quetzales are you paying for your preparation about the topic, about your interest in starting any business? I'm making a lot of business, a lot of questions today. But the main question is, are you prepared? What do you want? If you are losing the time, for example, a lot of hours in your Facebook, a lot of hours watching your social media or watching TV, maybe you are wasting your time. What do you need? What do I need? We need to be prepared. You need you want, for example, to teach something, for example, music. So you need to be prepared, learning to play any instrument. You want to teach any language, you need to be prepared learning, for example, English, Italian, French, Spanish, I don't know. But you and me need to be prepared. Do you want to open your own office if you are an accountant? What do you need? You need to have the basics about accountant. What else? You need to go to the SAT and have all the documents that you need. If you are studying like a lawyer, for example, you need to open your office, but you need the basics about your career. You need to be prepared. If you identify your business opportunity, but you are not prepared, you will be in a trouble. You will be in a trouble. Why? Because a lot of people identify a lot of business opportunity, but not all of us are prepared about that business. So we need to mix the step number one, identify this opportunity and be prepared about the opportunity. So if you are not prepared, maybe it will be only a dream that you have in your mind, but uh, you always will be there. You need to be prepared. Step number two. Step number three, if you identify a business opportunity, if you are prepared, so what do you need in the step number three? You need to make a plan. Remember, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks ago, I was talking with you about the Gantt diagram or Gantt chart. Remember when we were working on Microsoft Excel? And I was talking with you about the projects. If you need to develop your project, you need to develop your plan, you need to write your plan. You can write in your computer, you need a notebook, you need a pencil, I don't know, but you need to write it. And you can make a plan by a week, you can write a plan by a month, you can write a plan by a semester, for example, or maybe by a year, 2 years, 5 or 10 years, maybe. But you and me need a plan. If you don't have or you are not designing your plan, you are in a trouble too. We need to know exactly what will we do tomorrow, what will we do in the next week, at the end of the month, what will we do in November, in December. Are we preparing for the future? So we need to write a plan. If you only think and you say, tomorrow I will go to the SAT, I will go to Registro Mercantil, tomorrow maybe I go to ask for a local here in my city, a commercial. So, but you maybe at the 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, and you are sleeping yet. So we have there a problem. Why? Because you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you will have a lot of problems. We need to write the basic of a plan. So remember, identify your business opportunity. Be prepared and make a plan or write your plan. When you have these three steps, and you will start with your business, you need the basics about marketing mix. I recommend to you, I give you an advice like the step number 4, that you go to the internet, you go to the YouTube, for example, you have there a good teachers talking about marketing mix, and you will know and will learn how to do with the new product or how to do with the new service. So in this case, I will do and will share with you the basics about the marketing mix. What is the marketing mix? This is an idea, very, very old idea, maybe 60 years old, more or less, that the marketing mix appears in the world. And it consists that you can make a mix between the product, between the price, between the place, and between the promotion. Like a mixer, when you are preparing a mix, you use, for example, bananas, you use milk, for example, sugar, maybe strawberries. I don't know. You are making a mix. So, like a mixer, you can do this in the marketing with your product or your service. What do you need? You need identify very well what is your product or your service, what's the name of this, what will be the price of your product or your services, where will you sell your products, what will be the place or will be the logistic to send your products to any place or any city in Guatemala, and what will be the promotion about your product or about your service. So this is a mix that we need to know. I have more information about the marketing mix. In the case of the promotion, let's start with the product. At the right of this diagram, you can read product. In the case of the product, you need to think about the features of your product. Features like the colors, the size, I don't know, the mainly the color and the size. This is features that you need to show to the people. The quality is very important in your product. If your product or your service has no quality, maybe you will not have a lot of customers asking for your product. In the product, you need to think about the branding, about the product, what is the features, how many does it cost, maybe where can you find this product, what is the branding about your product, the packaging, will you use any bag, will you use any box, what will you use for your product, to sell your product, the services, the warranties. Imagine, for example, if any customer don't like the service, you don't like your product, maybe they will ask for the warranties. If you don't think about the warranties, you will be in a trouble too. This is an emphasis about the product. What about the price? When you have the product, you need to think and you need to make a mix with the price. You need to think about the price strategy. Maybe you need to ask how much does your product cost in your city. How about the pricing, allowances, discounts, payment terms? Maybe you need only one payment, two payments. You will work with credit or debit cards. What will you do with your price? You need to think and make a mix with the price. In the case of the place, for example, you need to think in the channels. You will use, for example, some enterprise to send your products, or you will have your own cars, your own motorcycles, your own logistic to send the products. What will be the market coverage, the assortment, the location where the people can find your product. For example, the supermarket. All the supermarkets is a good choice to offers all the products that you will offer to the people. This is the place, and you need to make a marketing mix with this word. What about your inventory? Maybe you will need a software to check out all the products and take the control about the inventory. to rotate all inventory that you have, the transport. Maybe the customer will pay the transport, or you will absorb this amount when you send to another city, for example. You need to think in all these topics. About the promotion, you need to think about the sales promotion, about the advertising. In the case of advertising, today we have a lot of choices. For example, you have your social media. In the case of Facebook, for example, maybe 10 years or 20 years ago, we don't have this advantage about social media. We use, in my case, I remember I used to make announcements in the radio. I used to make announcement in the cable, in the TV, in the local cable in my city. And maybe I used to print a lot of announcements and go house by house in making an announcement person by person. But today you can use your debit or credit card and pay to the Facebook, and you can indicate to them where do you live and how is what is your product and what is the market that you need to achieve, and go and offer your product. Today, this is a big advantage that maybe 15 years ago we didn't have. So you can think about the public relations. If you need to make, for example, some activity in the park of your city, this is a promotion. You will be a gift, for example, in the TV, in the radio, in social media, a Facebook Live, for example. This is very useful when you are talking about promotion. And maybe you can follow the steps by direct marketing. Maybe this is a good idea. But when you think in promotion, in product, and price in a place, you will think in marketing mix or 4Ps. Why 4Ps? Because the four words start with the P letter: promotion, product, place, and price. So maybe the marketing today is talking about 7Ps. Maybe they are talking about 20Ps. I don't know. But this is the basics, the 4P: product, price, place, and promotion. And we need to think about all this promotion, of this mix, because we are starting making business in Guatemala. When you identify your business opportunity, when you will be prepared, when you make a plan, when you design your marketing mix, what do you need next? You need to register your idea. If you don't register your idea, you will be in a trouble. Why? Because the government will give you maybe more or less 2 months, 3 months to make a practice selling something, but they will ask for a patent. In Guatemala, we say patente de comercio de empresa. And you can start making all these documents, obtaining these documents in registro mercantil. You need to register your idea. Why, for example, Mexico? Why United States? Why Costa Rica? Or why Europe, for example, has better cities, a lot of people with a lot of money? Why? Because they used to register their ideas. In Guatemala, we start making business, but we don't go to the government and go to registro mercantil and say, I have an idea and I need to patent this idea. So what do you need? You need to go to the website. Today you don't need to go in person, maybe to an office. No, you need to go to the website of registro mercantil, and you can watch there, for example, a a lot of choices like you can find in the site. If you want, I can share with you this site, for example. Let me see if I can share with you um, my program that I have here. Let me see. Yes, I have here the website. Please wait a minute and let me see if you are watching my my window. I hope that you are watching now what I am sharing with you. I hope. I don't know if it's working. Yes, yes, yes. I want that you are watching my screen. Here you can watch that we are in Registro Mercantil website. You connect to registromercantil.gov.gt. When you are in this site, you can go and watch what are the online services. You can watch a lot of choices here. You make a lot of asking or questions. Let me see. Here you have e-patentes, say it in Spanish. It says descarga de patentes de sociedad o empresa. So you need you only need to download and pay in the bank, maybe online bank, to make the register of your patent in Guatemala. You have here a guide about the Registro Mercantil, and you have all the information about this. Let me see. Let's talk here. Let's watch here what happened, and I hope that you are watching. And here you have, for example, a lot of choices. Okay, this is when you have a number, maybe you have an expedient, and you have the chance to make your asking your questions here in Registro Mercantil. I don't know, we need a lot of time to watch here what to do. Let me read. Let me see here. Here, this is the choice. This is the option. Please wait a second and let's watch what can we find in this site. But you don't need to go out of your house. You can here, and you need to create an account. You have here the choices. Are you watching? Yes, you are watching. You have here to create an account, and you will make here. You can read in Spanish. It says, este sitio permite inscribir sociedades en línea en el registro mercantil, SAT, IX y Ministerio de Trabajo. So you have here to make, give, for example, your own data about email, about a cell phone, about your name, about your DPI, for example, and a lot of information that Servicio Registro Mercantil needs from you. But maybe you need only 10 or 20 minutes to register, and you will obtain your patent, your patente, we say it in Spanish. You can make an asking, maybe with a chat, maybe with a cell phone, and you have here a lot of choices that Registro Mercantil offers to you. In this case, if you want to find and register your ideas or register your enterprise or your own company. In this case, if you want to take the correct way in Guatemala City, in Guatemala country, we have a lot of choices in the website. What else? after the step number 5. We need to take the decision. When you have your plan, you are prepared, you identify your business opportunity, you make the mix, the marketing mix, and you go to Registro Mercantil, please open your business, take your decision. Please don't think anymore. You need to start today and go to that 10% that take the decision to start changing the city where they are living. So if you don't have a lot of customers, you can start with your family, you can start with your friends, with the people from the university maybe, and you can start with your company, your ideas. You have today social media, and you can offer making a lot of lives, maybe in YouTube, maybe in Facebook, maybe in Instagram, I don't know. You can start making a lot of lives in selling anything. A lot of people is waiting for the products or the services that you have in your mind, and maybe you can start in this year yet. The step number 7, and this is the last one. What about the step number 7? If you decide to start and open your enterprise and start with your project, you need to do your best. You need to be courageous. Why? Because you will be identify and find a lot of problems, a lot of questions, a lot of people who will be asking for you about your services. For example, in my case, I started maybe 2 years ago offering to the people to make their thesis. I start making a lot of documents using Microsoft Word and other documents working online. And what do you think? What do you believe? 2 years later, I have a lot of customers asking to me, please, Alder, can you help me to make my thesis? Can you help me and make me a support about this document? And I am offering my services, and this is an entrepreneur that I started 2 years ago. But I need to do my best, and I need to be very, very courageous. Why? Because the tasks are very difficult. The hours is very, very hard. We need to do the best in this business. If you don't like to do your best, if you prefer to watch Netflix, if you prefer to be in the Facebook by hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, so the business are not for you. But if you are disciplined, if you take the decision, if you are prepared, if you identify the business opportunity, if you learn the basics about the marketing mix, and you register your idea, and you open your mind first of all, and you open your business this week, this month, this year, let me say to you that you will obtain the success, and your economy will change, your life will change. Maybe in 2 or 3 years you will watch the fruits of your work, of your ideas, of your projects. But you need to do your best, and you need to be courageous. So in the picture you can watch a child, maybe it's a girl, it's a boy, I don't know, but he is like taking a fly. He is ready there to fly, and he is imagine maybe that is a Superman, Spider-Man, I don't know. But in the business, in the projects, in the companies, in the enterprise, you need to be very, very pretty courageous. Why? Because you will make the jump from the 90% to the 10% of people who take the decision to start making business in Guatemala. Okay, remember the quote. You need to ask. If you ask, it will be given to you. If you seek the opportunities, you will find it. If you knock the doors, it will be opened to you. Why? Please read with me the last 3 lines. For everyone who asks, receives. Who seeks, finds. And to him who knocks, the door will be opened. This is a big secret for all of you. And I remember that in Tikal Futura, maybe 20 years ago, more or less, in Tikal Futura, I paid for receive, in this case, a seminary talking about finances, talking about accountant basics. And the person who was talking about the money, he said, I have a secret for you, and you can find in the Bible, in the Holy Bible. You can go to a book there named Matthew, and you need to go Matthew 7:7. And I have in this time, in that time, I had the doubt, and I go to the Bible and watch and look for Matthew 7:7. And what do you think? I find the big secret said by Jesus. Ask, and you will receive. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and all the doors of opportunity will be opened for you. So this is the quote that we were talking in all this class that we were analyzing and sharing with you, and we are arriving almost at the end of the class. So we have 5 questions for this class. If you take the decision to start making business, so you are welcome to the business. Maybe I have 20, I don't know, 22, 23 years making business. So I can say to you, welcome, if you decide. So let's analyze the questions, and we have here the number 1. What about the number 1? It says, can we make business in Guatemala? Can we make business in Guatemala? Yes or no? Why yes? Why not? Please, you need to think to yourself, to go to the internet, to ask to your family, to your friends, can we make business in Guatemala? And maybe you will find the answer. Question number 2. What's the first step to start doing business in Guatemala? Please think. Maybe the answer is in this video. I don't know. Think in this. What's the first step? Step number 1 to start doing business in Guatemala. Go to the internet or review this video. Number 3. Does the registro mercantil help the entrepreneurs? What do you think? Remember, we were visiting the website and we find a lot of choices there. But what do you think? Does the registro mercantil help the entrepreneurs? So maybe you need to go again to the website of registro mercantil. And number 4, what's the meaning? What's the meaning of 4P in marketing mix? What's the meaning? Why we name 4P? The answer is in the internet. The answer is in a lot of books. The answer is in this video. This is not a new information. This is only, I am compiling the best information for you. You have here the questions. And the number 5, what's the main capital that we need to start doing business? What's the main capital? I'm not talking about money. What's the main capital that we need to start doing business? Please remember, don't focus only on these questions. Why? Because you are only looking for pass this course and gain the semester, please don't focus only on this. Please open your mind and focus on the important things. What are the important things? All this information that we were talking, mainly the quote. This is the main information. Please focus on this, not only focus on the questions. It's maybe the 5% of the 100% that you need to focus this year in your career, in your life. Okay, we are at the end of the class, and I appreciate that 250 people were connected with me, and now are watching more or less 140 people yet. Thank you very much for your attention and listening to me, watching to me, and I hope to watch or see to you and share with you again with the last classes maybe that we have for this semester. So thank you very much, and I see you in the next class. Thank you. Bye bye. I see you.